Ahoy ahoy guys, Arkusam here. What's going on? Today we are starting a new series, Middle-earth: Shadow of War. Now if you've been following this channel for a little while now, when I first joined up with the channel, after I did Transformers Devastation, I did Shadow of Mordor as my first sort of big game, so to speak. Alright, well, I did buy the season pass as well, so we will be covering the entire DLC, as well as the main game. I did originally do this on PC, just because at the time, for recording, I didn't want to record 720 on my regular PlayStation 4, so I did record it on my PC. It was alright, but I never ended up getting the 8 gig video card that I wanted, so I decided I didn't want to record Shadow of War on my PC. So I got a PS4 Pro, so that's why I was like, you know what, I want to break it in, so I'm recording Shadow of War. Plus it feels good to finish a series that I have, started already and actually gotten all the way through. You saw with the difficulty settings, I've turned it up to Nemesis. I was going to leave it on normal, but I noticed with the last game, even on normal and even with all the mechanics that they introduced towards the end,
This is beautiful.
I just found myself being able to zone out and just button mash my way to victory regardless. So I've turned it up this time just in the hopes that it keeps me more alert. It keeps me actually paying attention to the game, which will in turn should, mean better videos for you guys. I did like Shadow of Mordor. Took me a while to get into it though. I bought it on day one, and I just played it for about 2 hours and I wasn't a fan. The thing that ended up turning me off was not having any proper equipment system. Like, I know you had the ability to equip runes, but I just wasn't a fan. And so by that 2 hour mark, I was just like, nah. This time though, I enjoyed Shadow of Mordor, but I enjoy Shadow of War a lot more. It covered most of the problems that I had last time. There was the microtransaction shop, if you all remember, back from when the game came out day one. Another reason actually, well, the reason this game sort of came back in my radar was because I was reading an article on how they got rid of the microtransaction shop, so I thought, you know what, between already recording Shadow of Mordor, getting the PS4 Pro, and now not having any microtransactions, I was like, there's probably no better time for me to pick this up and play it. So, ta-da! Here we are.
I have seen it.
I am playing on a PS4 Pro, but I am super sampling, and I'm just playing on a normal 1080p TV. Hopefully when the finances get a little bit better off, I will get myself a 4K TV. Because when I have used this Pro on a 4K TV, and it definitely does look a lot better. In fact, it's really hard for me to play God of War on this normal TV, because I'm just so used to playing it on 4K now.
Can be broken. The future I have seen cannot come.
Liking the graphics so far, and this is just like the regular cinematics pack. There is a 4K cinematics pack as well as a 4K. One of the DLCs also has 4K cinematics. I feel like this is a nice little callback here to the first game.
Italian.
You can sort of see here for the first time Italian's like up close. He definitely looks a lot more like his own person now. In the first game, I gave him the affectionate nickname of Discount Faramir. If anyone actually remembers who Faramir is, he is the brother of... shit. I And Sean Bean's character on Lord of the Rings, who ended up getting wrecked, ended up being his brother. I just can't remember his name, and I feel like if I'm going to say a name, it's going to be the wrong name. I feel like I want to say Boromir, but I've only had 2 coffees, and I'm not awake yet, so feel free to pay me out in the comments below, and let me know who I'm actually thinking of. Like I said, I want to say Boromir, or being brother of Faramir. I don't know, something's just telling me that I'm wrong as well.
The Wraith calls to you. I call to you.
Wraith!
What they've done with Shelob has grown on me a bit. I was a little bummed at first because I know with Shadow of Mordor they attempted to keep it canon, but I think at one point they did have to just give it up. So like just go doing my Google searches and stuff back in the day, but I noticed this time they just outright said that this is not canon in the slightest. So a little bummed out, but at the same time I get why. Having a second ring and Shelob being a somewhat sexy Victorian-esque woman and a spider at the same time is just a bit fucked up. And considering I hate spiders, I don't know how to feel right now. I never wanted to touch a spider in my life more than I did in this game. Yeah. Which is hilarious because one of my childhood friends goes by the name of Charlotte. So if she is watching this video, hi! And all spiders are disgusting, I guess. What? So this is our Fire and Killer Rimbaud / combat tutorial.
To keep quiet.
And then drop.
These orcs are preparing for war.
Well, this one's not. I know I don't have to go out of my way to go kill every single guy. It feels good though. Helps me get back into this. Don't have any Wraith Vision yet, which sucks. But we do unlock our Wraith Vision when we actually go to Gondor. So this is just your tutorial, so nothing too fancy. Die now. Now, as I was saying, I did get the season pass, so not only do I have the 2 story DLCs, I also do have the 2 extra tribes, which I'm sort of hoping does spice my game up a bit, because I did play the first, originally on vanilla, just without any of them, so I just had just the vanilla game, and I played it within about, I think, 2-3 weeks. I got bored of it, so it's been a good while since I've touched this game, and I haven't even played any sort of similar games like this. I know I've been neglecting my Arkham Origins series Let's Play. Well, that's probably the only game that I've been playing semi-recently that's similar in feel to Shadow of Mordor / War. Get out here, you 8-legged fuck. Ew, fucking look at it. It's fucking disgusting. Fuck off. I don't care how many times I said fuck. Look at it. Ew. Okay. Maybe not so ew. See, this is what I mean. I'm conflicted. I have plenty of problems. It's just like, hey, you can sit there and drink whiskey with me anytime, sweet lady. Just don't turn to that fucking spider. Now, I'm sort of curious what she was first. Was she... I think the game does explain it, but I have forgotten. Whether Shelob is a woman who's turned into a spider, or is it a spider that has somehow learned to turn into a woman. I think that would be creepier, personally, but that's me.
I have given up everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
And that is quite a true statement. There is a point in the story where you do even sit there and it actually comes back to this moment.
The ring.
You would give me the ring?
beside him in your web.
I am Shelob, and I deal only in truth.
And loose-fitting clothing.
I wouldn't give it up either.
Oh, it's not really that loose at all, is it? Or you could not do that, maybe. Yeah. Shut up, Elf, I'll do what I want. I'm just Count Faramir.
Take your prize.
And now you'll see what happens to Talion when he is without ring or without elf. He immediately goes back to dying. Huzzah!
I'm impressed, stranger. He must mean something to you. Go to your puppet before he dies.
Now, if this wasn't in, like, the beginning of the game, if this wasn't the first cutscene, I honestly thought at this point, this would be where Celebrimbor would just be like, you know what, Talion, enough of your shit.
And now you have given her mine. Poured my
But I guess this does give you some, good foreshadowing to what happens later on in the game. Not sure where I'm gonna sit with spoilers on this side, on this game. When I did Shadow of Mordor, it was a complete blind playthrough for me, so I did have no idea what was going to happen. This time I've said I've completed vanilla, but I haven't touched the DLCs, so the DLCs will be blind for me. I'm just not sure whether I'm going to just talk about the story just willy-nilly, or whether I'll try and hold things off.
The ring is lost.
Lost just under my cheek.
And the Dark Lord's armies that surround it. Look to the Palantir. Sauron.
Actually, can you just not get one of your spider legs off me? It's just disgusting.
The Palantir must be protected.
Oh, we're having a vision. Look at us, we're just like Bardock from Dragon Ball Z. In the future! God, they need to hurry up and bring out episode 60. I've been, like, chomping at the bit, waiting for Team 4-Star. I said, I don't want to pressure him or anything. I said, I'm just some guy that just sits down and plays video games from time to time and records them, but please, I want my Team 4-Star. Please give me episode 60. Please. Use ground executions to finish off downed enemies. Anytime now. Anytime. There we go. Yay! Act 1, The Siege of Minas Ithil. Always want to say Ithril, like ethereal or mithril, but I gotta say it's, yeah. Gotta actually stop myself from talking to actually go, oh, wait, that's not the word you're trying to say, Ark. Don't be a fucking dickhead. There's Discount Faramir.
Spider showed us the truth.
I'd like to know where he got his armor from.
Fortress in Mordor cannot
Because it's not the armor that he wears in the original. He's not even the skin that you get from the Lord of the Wilds. Talion does get a skin change for that. And I don't feel like the game ever explains where he got the upgraded armor from. It's just, but at some point, yeah, he upgraded his armor. What of it? Middle Earth, Shadow of War. AKA Middle Earth Pokemon.
The Palantir is our concern. We must seize it before it falls into Sauron's hands. With it, his armies will be unstoppable.
I haven't played it in a while, so it'll be good to explore the relationship between these two.
let them be.
As I said, I do remember how it ends. It's just that the first game was just very...
Need to do something.
It was made out to seem like they needed each other, but then you realised at the end, Celebrimbor could let go of Talion at any time he wanted to. Ah, we can now control things.
There. His mind is weak.
And now we have our Wraith Vision. Hold circle to interrogate a worm.
Who leads the search for the Palantir?
Tell me! These are Sauron's captains leading the siege. Interrogating worms grants intel. Press X to get intel. Zuka, the warden. Gaining intel on captains reveals their weaknesses, allowing you to precisely target their vulnerabilities and use the power of the Wraith to amplify their fears. This captain is a commander. He will always be surrounded by his gang of grunts. But he does become dazed after a stealth attack by the looks of it. Off with his head. Bitch.
Captain leading the search is in the lower city. Then he will go no further. You're gonna die!
Huh? What's that, bitch? You thought you saw me? So the arm was a bit, wrong location for a second there. I'm gonna get another captain, so we're just gonna go find this. Whoever this guy is, Og, the gambler. Can be killed instantly with poison, and he's terrified of executions. Also heavily damaged by fire, but he hates flies, and he's immune to beast attacks. Get off with his head! Dodge the patrol there, and voila! Now we have our mandatory bow tutorial coming up, if I remember correctly. Yep, that's why everyone's just chilling like a villain. No, it's not. I totally am, though. At least one of them's smart. It's the Grave Walker! He's supposed to be dead. He is! And then 2, and then 3, and then... I bombed that just a little bit. But it's okay, because I should probably be careful with the... I've got to be less button mashy, as I was saying before. So, another reason why I decided to pick up just a harder difficulty means I might actually learn the skills that kills. And then I think we can use the Wraith World to keep an eye on our clues. I was going to say tracks, but I don't feel like that was going to be the right word until I realised it was exactly the right word.
We need to target their captains.
You're also now out of arrows. That's probably the opposite of a good idea. I'm going to stock up on them. There we go. Now we need to run all the way through here. Hoping to get to at least the human camp before the end of the episode. That's the goal.
He's close. The Wraith World will reveal his presence.
Zuka. And he's arrow, fire, poison, and beast proof. And he's a commander. I don't think I can see any other captains fucking around, so I'm gonna get on a roof. The roofs are about 21% safer than the ground level. But only 21%.
It's called the Palantir, and it's why we're here. The city is just an obstacle between us and it.
Now, I think there's a guy... There he is.
Directly to me. This is how we conquer Middle Earth, lads.
Fucking, that's cool. I don't actually ever remembering that being a thing in the last game. I'm pretty sure your executions are always done by you. Never thought Celebrimbor was able to pop out and go, hey, let me just sort this one out for a second here.
That name's a bit overcooked, isn't it? We got Orthog the Amputator, Pushkriv the Amputator, Caius the Amputator.
Lots of amputators. I get your problem there, common orc guy.
Must have dropped it.
What a fucking grumpy little shit.
These filthy Gondorians.
Oi!
Go! Whatever it is, find
Yay! Not yay! No, you didn't!
You will never take our city.
Well, he did, but he didn't get me, and that's what counts. Oh, yes, and it counts as another one. Now, what are these two fucks gonna do near me? Oh, I should actually be careful for him, hey.
one man. Gondor should have sent more reinforcements. This is our city, manfilth. You're too late.
Well, no, it's actually now my city. Now, I need to sort out this fucking common rabble. I know there is a thing, something on the skill tree that allows you to increase or decrease the time for executions and stuff, but of course I don't have it unlocked yet. Ah, that's right, arrow proof. Is this enough? I reckon we need one more though. Remember, just because we have quote-unquote killed him doesn't mean we have actually killed him. They can come back a bit like disfigured and all sorts of crazy shit. Equip gear to increase your power and enhance your abilities. Victories against more powerful captains result in higher quality gear. Press X to equip the new gear. This is the Rohirrim sword, a design based off swords issued to the riders of Rohan. And now I have somewhat fucking hiccups. Ugh. Somebody randomly cut out. I apologize. While we have this convenient cutscene, I am going to suckle back some water.
How many of you were there?
Not enough.
Minas Ethel still stands.
There we go, that should keep me alive a little bit longer.
They'll be closing the gate if they haven't already.
They very much, I felt like they very much tried setting this up to be a potential love interest. I'm glad they never followed through with it though. Makes no sense, you know, his wife and kid are already dead.
Idril,
Idril?
don't fall behind, Talion. We've lost enough men today.
As I was going to say, is Idril actually named after Minas Idril? Is that the whole thing behind the name? Run! Get out of the way, you fucking knob jockey! Okay, I've got this all by myself. Now, one thing I'd like to be able to work on is my combos a bit, so this might resolve a bit of off-screen practice. Another thing I noticed I've got to be a bit more on top of is prompts. And we'll... Yeah, get out! You're in my fucking town now, bitch! I better follow Idril before she gets too far away. I think that actually constitutes as a game over if that happens.
If Sauron's forces get the Palantir, all of Middle-earth will share the same fate.
Get out of the way! We have people to... Little fucking bitch! I'm gonna try and swing over here. Hey! Need to get their attention somehow. Ha! 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 Swing! Batter! Swing! And not going as well as I was expecting. I was hoping it'd be a bit more fluid, but I got to remember that I'm also only level 1, so I have no skills, like, at all. You can get back here, Drew, you son of a bitch. Jesus. Well, I guess you're not a son of a bitch, are you? But it works. You get the meaning.
We've lost the middle city. Rally at the gate.
We're rallying, we're rallying. Now, if I think I don't touch my focus for a few seconds, it will recharge. There we go. Woo! Alright, let's go. I think there's one more area I've got to clear out, and I think that's it. And I should be able to make it to the top. So this first episode will probably be a little longer than our normal episode lengths, but just, you know, tutorial and stuff. Don't want it to go sort of like over them too many episodes. At least with this, it's like one episode and we're sort of done, and we'll be in the game, well, we should be in the game proper. And die! I said die! Take your fucking spleen. Ow! I said take your spleen!
They're sealing the gate. Move out. Move out.
Oh, I thought we were gonna go kill one of the men for a second. I was gonna go fucking calm down there. Jesus. But I still do have one last chance up my sleeve, so I guess we can use that if we need to. Prefer not to, though.
Faster, Ranger.
I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Look at me. I could run a fucking marathon before you got up these goddamn stairs. That's because I've got elven magic, baby. Dead elven magic. Here, bed me. Yes! You bed me first! Yeah, we'll bed you, make it a three-way with Celebrimbor, right?
Quickly, under the gate.
Get moving!
And there's Talon, he's just like, nah, I've got shit to do, eh?
What are you doing?
I won't be long. Go.
I must go get the groceries.
Archers provide support.
Hold square until the glaive appears and then release to perform a heavy sweeping attack. Oh, alright, now I'm gonna have to be careful. The key is to make sure I've got enough time to hold square without having to counter. Ow, that hurt a bit. Down, 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 down. Oh, that actually went quicker than I was expecting. We did it! We saved the people. Well, what's left of them anyway. Now, this is Castamere.
We made them pay for every inch of
I do believe that he is Idril's father.
Fate will be decided here. Our inner wall is our strongest. We have double their archer.
We cannot match the orcs for their numbers or ferocity.
Now, our people have held back Sauron's forces before.
But some things were lost forever.
Not this generation, you're all a bunch of weak pussies compared to your daddy and your granddaddies and your great-granddaddies.
Go to the Great Hall. Secure the relics.
My place is here.
Make sure...
Now, I'm not sure whether at this stage Castamere sort of has given up. I do remember at one point he was willing to give up the Palantir to get Idril out.
It is most precious
At
at
all
all.
costs.
Yes. That is an order.
Then I'll see it done.
See, that's why you don't let your family get involved with the military. Shit gets messy. Don't shit where you eat. Hi, I'm the protagonist.
I thought you were all dead. You heard the truth.
Ooh, edgy.
Come to fight for Minas Ithil, Ranger. Here are the positions. Report to Captain Baron.
Not come to join your army, General, but for the Palantir and its safekeeping.
Protect the city, and the Palantir will be safe.
Ooh, it seems like we have a bit of a touchy subject. Wonder why that is, Castamere.
You wish to spread terror in the ranks.
Yes.
I think who Castamere reminds me of. He's
Fear. A
got someone in my mind, I just don't know who. The name's just like just on the tip of my tongue, and I can't figure it out. However, the fellowship mission is complete. We got a skill point, and we got 100 Meridian, which is the game's currency. Now I believe it's the game's only currency. You've earned enough experience points to gain a skill point. Skill points can be spent to unlock new skills or to upgrade existing ones. I think the first level is sort of, you have to pick Elven Agility, so that's what we're doing.